In Iran this morning, the death toll is rising from a fire at a prison that holds political prisoners and at least 2 Americans. 8 people are now confirmed dead from the fire that started on Saturday. It is now out. Iran's government said that it started during a fight among inmates, but critics dispute that claim. They suspect it's tied to anti-government protests that have gone on for nearly a month. Ramy Inocencio has more.
Smoke billowed over Iran's infamous Evin Prison from a massive fire that ripped through the facility holding political prisoners and dual nationals, including Americans. Gunshots echoed, projectiles were launched into the air. Just outside, anti-government protesters called for the death of Iran's supreme leader. There are conflicting narratives about how this fire started. State media claiming prisoners in this sewing workshop started a fight and a fire broke out, spreading to wards holding women and political prisoners.
When you hear about Evin, you think about torture, forced confession, and political dissidents.
Mahmoud Amri Moghadam is a human rights observer. He says officials could have instigated the violence.
What we have heard more from the prisoners and their families is that they have attacked one of the wards and they have thrown tear gas inside. There has been shooting inside the prison, beating.
Demonstrations have now been reported in more than 100 cities and towns, sparked by the death of a 22-year-old who died while in custody of Iran's morality police, allegedly for wearing an improper head covering. But toppling the regime is now the goal, and this time it's different.
People have lost their fear, and it's a very bad news for the Iranian regime.
The regime has survived more than 4 decades. And if the clerics were to be toppled,
I would say the countdown of the Islamic Republic has started.
And CBS News has now learned that one Iranian-American citizen inside Evin Prison is safe, but he has been moved to solitary confinement. His name is Ahmad Shargi. He is there for serving espionage charges, but his family says that he is a political pawn, he is a political hostage, and they're calling on President Biden to get him out ASAP. But case in point, this violence, these fires, more urgency, lending more urgency to getting him out as soon as possible. Tony?
Possibly world-changing events there in Iran. Ramy, thank you very much.